Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Next is the graphical representation. Now, as the name suggests, depicting the data or depicting the tabulated data with the help of a diagram or with the help of a graph. That is the graphical representation. We are going to learn about three graphical representations. The most common are pictograms, histograms, line graph, bar charts, frequency polygon, and pie chart. But for you people, we will only learn about histograms, bar charts, and frequency polygon. And all three of them, believe me dear students, are very, very simple to depict graphically. First is the bar chart. Now, bar chart is made with the help of rectangles. Okay, this is your bar chart. How your bar chart is going to be made? You will have rectangles. The width of the bar chart is always going to be the same. As you've just seen when I tabulated the data, my class interval was the same throughout. If the class gap was 10, then it was 10 throughout. If it was 15, it was 15 throughout. So this gap, the width of the rectangle shows the size of the class interval. And the height of your rectangle will show the frequency. Fine. So what am I going to do? Again, the data is given to you. 15 students have obtained the following marks in mathematics. The first thing that I will always do prior to graphical representation is to tabulate the data. I have tabulated the data. As you can see, class interval, the first column, tally marks, the second column, and frequency is the third column. When you are tabulating the data, table number, table title is very important. Without that, believe me, you will not get your mark. Now, we all know in mathematics, we've learned about the x-axis and the y-axis. Y-axis, I will always represent the marks or the class interval. And x-axis, I will always represent the frequency. Okay? As you can see, 0 is my origin. That is the origin. This much we know from math. So 0 to 19 was my first class interval. 20 to 39 was my second class interval. 40 to 59 was the third. 60 to 79 and then 80 to 90. So all the marks that we obtained have been stated, have been written on the x-axis, and the frequency is there on the y-axis. Now, on the basis of your table, you see 0 to 19. How many students have scored between 0 to 19? Only one child has scored. So just look here, 0 to 19. Frequency just 1. So I raised my rectangle until the first frequency. 20 to 39. How many students scored between 20 to 39? 3. So this is 3. I am going to raise my rectangle until 40 to 59. 2 students scored. So this is 2. I am going to raise my rectangle until 2. 60 to 79. How many students scored between 60 to 79? 5. I am going to raise my rectangle to 5. And this is how, my dear students, we make the bar chart. So, you see, x-axis, we will always depict the marks. Y-axis, we will always depict the frequency. On the x-axis, the marks obtained will always have the equal class size, and therefore the width of your rectangles will always be the same. Throughout you can see there's a gap of 19 only. And on the y-axis, you will have the frequency. You will raise your graph, you will raise your rectangle until the frequency that is calculated for. So this is how we make a bar chart. There is another question which you can see on your screen. Marks obtained by 20 students in science now. The marks obtained by 20 students is given to you. You will again first tabulate the data. You give the title, frequency distribution of marks obtained by the students. Table number is 12.8 and the first column is class interval, tally. Again, let us depict it graphically now. So, you are going to do it. This is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. Remember, numbering your axis, very important. 0 is my origin. My first class interval was 0 to 9. So 0 to 9 was the first class interval. Then was 10 to 19. Then was 20 to 29. Then was 30 to 39. My frequency, let me take, my frequencies range from 1 till 7. So let me take a frequency from 1 to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and this can go. So how many students have scored between 0 to 9? Only one child has scored between 0 to 9. So I will raise my rectangle, first rectangle, 0 to 9 rectangle, till 1. How many students have scored between 10 to 19? 3 students have scored between 10 to 19. So 10 to 19, 3 students have. I will raise my rectangle till 3. So this is how you are going to graphically present your